fans are all too familiar with as the rain continues to fall here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Curley's got it, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7. On the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on first down. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Kaiser. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Let's go.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going. It's Kaiser escaping the pressure right. And he's got room. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to them right away because they have the matchup advantage.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. Dancing to his left. Open space inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DeShone Kaiser, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. back to throw now on first down. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Joey Bosa able to drop him for a loss of 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. A first down throw for Kaiser. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Second down now after the incompletion. From the gun, Kaiser. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll throw again. Kaiser. Now they go screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
We could talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
Here we go!
They run again on first down, Cook. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Kaiser now on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal.
Come on, let's go!
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll throw here. Kaiser eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover. They're in the end zone. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Room here to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away. And
he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. To throw is Kaiser. He'll rifle it into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A gain of 32 that time. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Tyreek Hill set to return it. Breaks a tackle. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. And on 2nd and 10 now. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Kaiser, flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll set up a throw. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. This secondary has been roasted in this first half. Are they going to measure revenge there? Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
They'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? And Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Escape. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give it to
Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried to...
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Out of his end zone, Kaiser. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. A really nice 25 yards.
Here we go, Ohio.
First down, Kaiser. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll drop the throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Able to slither by. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Eluding the pressure right. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw here. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And Ingram holds it in. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there at 22. Kaiser now from the 50. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Kaiser on first down. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him, everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Kaiser to throw it. Flush to his right. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? To the air again, Kaiser. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. They'll throw now on the final play. Dancing to his left. It's a room to maneuver. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Let's see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go. 1, 9.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On play action, Kaiser. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength. He showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hampton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
All right, now, look at 56. All right, here we go. 56. Leopard.
They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Joey Bosa in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Now let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Looking to throw. Being chased out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm has it.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Kaiser now on 2nd down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. you're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence Falcons in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Down at about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Flush to his right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. And the young Bucks showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Oh, he will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
A very solid gain of 27.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw. Flushed out right, and he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Falcons add on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Solomon Thomas in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Let's go.
Second down, Kaiser. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Buying time to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down around the 37. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. They'll throw here. Kaiser. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to...
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now back to throw. And pressure gets to him again.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here we go now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out come the Bucs now.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school and one of my offensive line teammates used to say,
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Kaiser now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got some space here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs are able to get a score back.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs. I knew every note to their school's fight song.
But that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hampton. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Back to throw here. A swing pass caught. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turn. Over there in the end zone. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go. 319. Hot 319.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Bobby Wagner in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Here we go.
Third down and goal from the 6. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. A first down throw for Kaiser. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On second down, Kaiser again. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And now it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
It'll be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
He's going to look deep down the field. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Falcons on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. The swing pass caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll set up a throw. That's caught at the 3. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Noah Spence able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Forced out to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Following the interception, Kaiser. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this.